Hi everyone, we're taking a live look outside. A nice, calm, quiet, beautiful green day at Schweitzer Mountain. Certainly a much different start to the week compared to 1 week ago today. Much cooler on this Monday than we saw certainly throughout the week last week. Hi everyone, it is so good to have you with us. I'm Laura Papetti, joined with my good friend outside meteorologist Jeremy Legoo. Jeremy, what happened to all that hot weather?
It's gone. It's definitely gone. We got a big change in our weather pattern, and that even brought about some higher elevation snow early this morning. Snow fell above 4,000 feet. You want to read more about that? Head on over to krem.com. But now temps are on the rise, and all that snow that fell this morning in those higher elevations quickly starting to melt. We're up to 58 in Spokane, 53 in Coeur d'Alene, and 50 in Sandpoint. All of this moisture that we saw early in the day is quickly moving out. You can see a couple of stray showers now coming to an end in North Idaho and off in northern Washington, but that's really about it. Most of those will stick to some of those higher elevation areas. For us, we're pretty much into the partly cloudy part of our day where wind starts picking up. You can see the hair blowing around. Can't do anything about it. Been fighting it all morning long as the wind picks up. Now, as the wind does and the clouds break, we are eventually going to get up into the mid 60s. We're not far from there now. Today, kind of our cool day, and then we've got a big wild week of weather, and I'll have those details coming up in your full forecast.
Right. Wild week of weather. More to come. Here are 3 things you need to know about the COVID vaccine today. First up, tomorrow will be the first drawing for Governor Inslee's latest vaccine incentive. Vaccinated folks here in Washington are eligible for the vaccine lottery. The state is drawing names from the Department of Health's statewide immunization database. Tomorrow, the first winner will be chosen at random. The state will conduct one drawing for $250,000 every week for 4 weeks, and there will be an additional drawing for the $1 million prize coming up on July 13th. The new incentive is part of a push to get 70% of Washington residents vaccinated so that the state can fully reopen before June 30th. Number 2, some Spokane veterans are calling the new vaccine incentives here in Washington unfair. As of right now, veterans are not included in the state's vaccine lottery. One veteran says after years in the service, he now feels like he's being left behind.
It definitely is unfair. The men and women who have served and all this good stuff that they're saying, yeah, we appreciate your service, but if we're not in the lottery, somebody's not completing the circle here.
So a spokesperson for Governor Inslee's office said the state has been, quote, working for some time, end of quote, with federal partners to obtain the data, making those who receive their shots through federal programs eligible for the drawings. The spokesperson added that these efforts are currently ongoing. All right, number 3, and taking a look at what's happening with the vaccine. In addition to veterans, some other Washington residents are also having trouble confirming their vaccine information in the state system. Several people reported not match problems. That's what they're called on websites. So if you're having problems, there's a number you can call, 833-VAX-HELP. So it's VAX, V-A-X, help for assistance. Take a look at some of the top stories here at the noon hour. The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office is right now searching for the person who set fire to a coaster at Silverwood Theme Park. Here's what we know. A spokesperson at Silverwood says the suspect cut a hole in a fence and set the wooden roller coaster called Timber Terror on fire. A security guard discovered the flames at about 1:30 in the morning. That was on Saturday morning, and was able to put it out with a fire extinguisher. The coaster was only slightly damaged and was repaired before the park did open on Saturday morning. Silverwood's director of marketing says the other coasters were inspected as well, and they are asking anyone who may have information to call the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office right away. We do have a fire update on the fire burning along I-90 near Vantage. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says crews were working overnight to contain the blaze and clean up that scene. You're taking a look at it here. The Sheriff's Office tweeted an update last night saying the fire is contained and indeed in the mop-up phase. You can see some of the trucks working in that mop-up. Unknown, though, if you're driving in this area, they do not know what caused it. So they are still asking that you reduce your speed and watch for responding emergency crews as they continue to work on that and investigate. Wildfire season is certainly underway, which means there are many burn restrictions out there. Spokane County is currently under a low fire danger with rule and permit burns banned. Unauthorized open burning and recreational fires are not allowed until that order is lifted. If someone is found with an illegal burn, they could be charged with a misdemeanor. You can go to the Washington DNR burn portal to check out local burn restrictions so that you're in the know. And so far, there is no timeline on when the U.S.-Canadian border will reopen. And now some Washington families are saying enough is enough. On Saturday, people gathered on both sides along the border near the small community of Linden to push for the border to reopen. They say they have now been cut off from loved ones for more than a year and believe with the success of the vaccine rollout, it is time to allow families to reconnect.
Kind of makes me angry, really, and sad. It's just not right.
Saturday marked the third weekend the group gathered, and they said they will indeed continue to come out as long as the border remains shut down. The state will be watching out for Asian giant hornets this summer. Starting next month, WSDOT crews will help the Department of Agriculture by setting up traps for the hornets along the highways, and those will be monitored throughout the fall. 12:06 right now. This year's Ironman at Lake Coeur d'Alene is less than a month away, but the organization really needs your help to put the event on and do it right. We'll tell you how you can pitch in, help out, coming up.